Am I in a good place? Hey, what's up? It's Thursday. You know what? I just noticed we need a little light here. I think that will help so you can see my big head all lit up. So we're almost at the end of the year. Uh, we've passed the middle of December already. If you're watching this video, whenever it's December 2021, and Christmas, the holidays, the New Year's is right around the corner. Today, I just wanted to show you, and now at age 61, soon to be 62 in March, how I do some of my workouts. Now, we'll differentiate between what exercise workouts are and recreational things where you're also moving and doing things. The way I define exercise is actual exercises that have a purpose behind them. That they're hard, they're done for a certain amount of time or repetitions or something. They must be done very precisely and well, and they have some kind of goal. In the case what I'm going to show you now, at the age that I'm at or you're at, let's say you're maybe in your 50s or 60s, the days of the kind of hard, fast training, if you ever did it at all, that's long gone. That's something you probably should leave in the past. If you have never done any of that and you've just been sitting around a lot, that would probably be even a worse idea for you. But what works for everyone is what I'm going to show you. Super slow. If I can give you one word of advice to keep your strength up and muscle, by the way, not big bulging Hercules muscle, just some muscle in your body, to keep what you got on well into your autumn years is so important and such a good strategy for you, for your health, for keeping the fat loss going, for hormones, lots of different stuff. Obviously, for being able to just function as a person, play with your grandkids or whatever it is you love to do, that too. And the aches and pains tend to be a lot better if you're keeping your strength up with strength type exercises. Now, what about your cardio, right, Robert, your heart and lungs? Well, what I'm going to show you here, this super slow, especially if you do not take much rest at all, hardly any, you will notice that you're breathing quite hard. Your heart is going pretty hard. Plenty of cardio. Now, I would also recommend that besides this, you do a minimum of half hour of walking a day. More, 45 minutes to an hour is even better every day. That will help with that low level circulatory, let's call it cardio. I don't really run anymore, but sometimes I'll sprint up hills. Much easier on my joints, up a hill, by the way. Down a hill, not so much. So these are just things that I do. I have many things. I also just spend time with mobility, exercises, and moving around and recreation, right? The fun stuff. Real exercise, not particularly fun, but there is a sense of accomplishment and going, whew. And when you see the results in the mirror, especially when you don't eat too much, then maybe you won't mind it as much. So with these kind of exercises, the goal is time under tension. That's an old axiom from bodybuilding. Time under tension just means the time your muscle is under hard tension, working hard. Not so much the number of repetitions or how fast you can do them. None of that. It's really, strip all that away. The main component is time under tension. Now, let's say, I have pull-up bars right here. Let's say some guy got up here and he was able to pop out 10 to 15 pull-ups, and it took him 40 seconds. He's popping through them pretty fast. Or she. I've had a couple women in here who crank them out, by the way. What I'm going to show you on the pull-up, let's say, will take twice as long, over twice as long as that. Much more time under tension, and you only have to do it once. These kind of workouts you do once or twice a week. That's it, because you take your body, your muscles to failure in this specific exercise you're doing. And it sends signals to your brain like, oh man, I'm needed here, right? And it feels good to be needed, right? So you don't really need to warm up for this kind of stuff, but you do have to know how to breathe. So we're going to close our mouth, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can do it different ways to keep the breath flowing and not to build up too much stress, because this is stressful enough. So we can do this body weight style. You don't need to lift weights. I haven't lifted weights in a long time. I don't even really lift kettlebells anymore nowadays. This is also so much better for your joints. I can't tell you how much better. And it accentuates the lowering. Here's the last part. How they say negativity is bad? Well, with strengthening yourself, it's excellent stuff. Negativity is the lowering part of an exercise. We can handle much more weight, actually, lowering than we can raising against gravity. And the muscles are stretching often under that tension. It sends tremendous signals throughout your body for the work that you're asking it to do, for the muscles to say, oh, I better do something. I'm being asked to do something here. And there's a lot more technical and scientific reasons for it, but we'll just say the negative and the positive. We're going to spend twice as much time in the negative as we are in the positive. And here's how we're going to do it. You have to learn how to do push-ups correctly. And if you want to see that, I have other videos, I think, online about that. If not, tell me and we'll make one. We're going to do a 30-30-30, a 90-second push-up. 90 seconds. We're only going to do one push-up during this time. So I have an interval timer on my phone. I'm going to start it, and I'm going to take 30 seconds to come slowly, almost to the floor. When it beeps and the next 30 seconds come, I'm going to take 30 seconds to come up slowly. And then comes the hardest part of all, the last 30 seconds, where I lower myself all the way down slowly, totaling up 90 seconds. Pretty tough stuff. Now, if you start failing, if you want to try this, and you're in a regular push-up, failing means things are falling apart. You can't hold yourself up. Take your shins and keep going. I guarantee by that second 30, or by that second negative of 30 seconds, that's going to feel like you got a tank on your back, which, by the way, I'll get to that, what to do with that after we're done with this. So you don't really need to warm up. We're just going to get started. It's going to count down from 5, and then I'm going to start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm just going to breathe here. Not going to talk really. Lots of control. Now come up. And down. Whew. Whew. Oh, man, it was really feeling it. My shoulders, my arms, for sure. I'm breathing quite a bit more, as you can see. Now, the thing is, you could move directly to the next exercise without hardly any rest. And we're going to use a squat for this one. I've kind of showed this before. One of my favorite things of late is this thing called a Smith Shaper. It's kind of like a little backpack with wheels on it. You can get it on Amazon. And you just put it on your back like this. Then all you got to do, find a wall space, stand with it, with your back against the wall, your feet out about this far, so when you come down, your knees are right over your ankles. You don't want your feet back here like this. I'm going to keep our heels down. We're going to do the same count. Ready? Counting 30, 30, 30. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I keep my hands off my legs, so I'm not trying to hold myself up. This is the tough spot when you get below parallel like this. And up for 30 now. I'm not going to straighten my knees all the way because I'm going to keep my legs under tension so they can't rest by straightening the knees. And you can pause at different spots. Okay. Okay, that just got in my thighs just enough. Woo! Now, over time, if that got too easy, you could increase the time, or you could hold a little weight in front of you, right, to add a little something. I'll show you one more exercise. This is a pull-up. Here's how you can make pull-ups doable for almost anybody, as long as their shoulders are in decent shape. A lot of people cannot hang from a bar and do a full pull-up. That's pulling almost your entire body weight up to a bar. Very hard. But the way to help build up to that is through steps, right? Matter of fact, you might just do this and never do them on a bar. You could do it with your feet on the ground. You'd be amazed how hard these are. So you need something, a jungle gym or a TRX, or even ropes, if your grip is good, to hold on to something. Towels, whatever. You know, it works your grip pretty hard, though, so be warned when you do it that way. Whatever it is, your hands need to be below your chin a little bit as you're standing tall. Then all you're going to do is lower yourself. Take your feet out in front. Don't take them back here, just like you did in that squat, right? And you're going to lower yourself. I'm going to show you at a quicker speed. And now as you come up, pull with your back and your arms, the back of your arms as hard as you can. Your legs aren't pushing very much. We're going to do a 30, 30, 30. So it's great, very neglected to build up your back. A back that has some strength in it is like gold. And most people, we have in this country an epidemic of extreme weakness back here. Butts, backs, especially upper, well, the entire back, butts, hamstrings, very, very, very weak. So I'm not going to go into that one either because this is a short show. So we're going to do 30, 30, 30 here. Ready? 2, 1, and go. So with control with these negatives, if it's too easy this way, you could put your feet up on something. There's degrees to make this harder. This is taking some of the weight off the bar, basically, because half of your body's still on the floor. You're not pulling your entire body or lowering it. And I'm going to come down this far and then pull up. Notice I'm pulling straight up and lowering straight down. I'll show you what not to do, what people sometimes do. Pulling very hard with my back right now. My forearms, my grip, a lot of muscles working very hard right now. Notice I'm not taking my hips forward like this. I'm keeping them under me, pulling straight up. I'm gonna come all the way up. And then now down for 30. I could take my legs out like this, make it a little harder. Keep my butt right underneath me though, not like this, underneath here, straight down to the floor. I got 12 seconds. I'm gonna hold here, hold, and down. And that's 30, 30, 30. So normally I'll do that with my feet up on a step or something, or sometimes I'll do the entire negative hanging from a bar. I'll jump down, immediately go to pull myself back up, and then jump back on the bar and try the lowering for another 30 seconds, which is that second 30 seconds. Woo! You got to be mentally prepared for that one. Well, once you've done it, you'll be so proud of yourself. You say, wow, I did it. And man, I just feel invigorated after that. You'll sleep better. You'll notice the exercises are very full body. Push-ups uses a lot of muscles. The squats uses a lot of big muscles. Pull-ups using tons of upper body strength, your abs. By the time you're done with the other exercises, and you could cut those exercises down to 6, 7, maybe 8, abs, calves, more shoulders and a couple other things, you would be pretty complete. So that's a little gift, me to you. Slow things down. It will produce things you might have never thought of before. And if you want to know more about that, go to the website, youngerthanlastyear.net, and you can sign up for a free online assessment with me, one-on-one, to see if you can join our virtual classes if they're right for you. And you can learn so much more about this. The students that are doing it are getting such benefit from it. They don't miss, and they're in their 50s, 60s, a couple in their 70s. So, and they're doing it and changing their lives. And let's hope this year you can start changing your life and not wait for New Year's. On that note, I'll see you. We're not going to be here next Thursday. Be on the road on the way to Chicago in a car. Sounds fun, I know. But I'm going to get out every hour and a half to 2 hours. I get out of the car and I do some exercises. I might make some videos of that while we're on the road. So watch for those. I'll see you probably after the holidays. In the meantime, let's you and I do one thing each day to be younger than we were last year. See you next time.